Hey, this is Jansen Trahan for CalTV Entertainment, and today we are discussing the Oscars, the 10 Best Picture nominees, and essentially just going in depth about them. With me I have Claire Evan. She's a sophomore media studies major from Boston, Massachusetts. And Claire, I just have to say, you're looking lovely today. Who are you wearing?
Thank you. This is an up-and-coming designer, Urban Outfitters. So yeah, he's a great designer. I'm really proud to work with him.
It's great, it's great. So I really just wanted to get into kind of like a burly discussion, going deep with themes in the movies this year. I wanted to start with one of the more controversial ones, Django Unchained. It's typical for Tarantino movies to have a lot of violence, gore, that kind of stuff, but this one also had another offensive kind of element of the time period. So what do you think about it?
Well, I think Tarantino is the only kind of director that could take that kind of era and make it current and culturally relevant, and I think he took it and did a great job of really pushing the violence, I think, to its biggest peak. I think it was really kind of in your face, as he always is, but I think it was kind of necessary. I had never seen a movie really kind of talk about slavery the way that it did and really show kind of historically accurately describe the events that happened in the South in that time period. And I thought it was actually really effective of making everyone kind of step back and say, like, oh wow, that happened. Yeah.
So moving on, Les Miserables. I know you're a big fan of Les Miserables. What do you think is so effective about the movie musical today? They used to be really popular when movies first started. So what do you think draws audiences in?
I think people just love musicals in general. I think it's different. It's not like a regular movie, and I think what was great about Les Mis was that they sang live, which I thought was incredible. It's different than other movie musicals. So I loved that aspect of it. Whether or not some actors were actually good at singing is questionable, but I thought audiences. I think it's a musical in itself that attracts people from all ages and all generations and races and things like that. So I think people can just all relate to it because it's a really great story.
Now we're talking with Janine Ventura. She is a sophomore media studies and English double major, a member of Caliber magazine and Superb. So Janine, I just have to say, your nails are lovely this evening. Would you like to put your hand in the manicam? I'm just kidding, we don't have a manicam. I would like to talk about the movies this year. Okay, the Oscar nominees, a great range of films this year, wouldn't you agree? One of my favorites, though, Silver Linings Playbook.
Definitely.
A big theme in Silver Linings Playbook is the issue of mental illness. I don't know if you have any experience, but how do you think the film highlights the issue of mental illness in a positive, negative light? How does it affect it?
I personally don't have any experience with mental illness in my family or anything, but I think the film by David O. Russell really handled it well. The director does have mental illness in his past with his son and stuff, so I think he approached it in a really creative and different way. He made sure comedy was infused in it, so it wasn't such a dark depiction of mental illness within the family. Even though these characters are flawed and they have their downsides and they're socially awkward and have been, in mental illness facilities, they still are lovable, relatable, and very dynamic. So I think that the film lends itself to showing this just idea that mental illness isn't so strange and taboo. It's acceptable, it's part of society, and it doesn't have to be this subject that's untouchable. It's something very normal, in fact, and can be funny.
All right, well, Janine, thank you so much. All right, this has been our Oscar CalTV Entertainment Roundup. Be sure to tune in for the Oscars or set your DVR on Sunday nights. Thanks for watching. Bye.